Well, let's go see if that garlic spray worked on the eggplant. Let's see if there's any of those black beetles around there. Alright, so it is, those are all dead ones right there. Yeah, there's one right there. There's a black beetle. So the spray did not work, but there are none on this one. Yeah, there's one right there. It kind of, I think it kind of, it's dead. They're dead. Maybe the spray did work, huh? They came and had some eggplant, but the garlic spray killed them, I guess. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, so I think the garlic spray was a success. As you saw, there were only three of them on there, and they were dead. Also, could be just cold. Nah, it's not cold enough to kill beetles, right? It's only like 50-something degrees. Huh. Well, it's in the morning right now. I'm going to quickly go get that duster and kind of give everything a dusting because the dews are on the plant, so be right back. So someone went and looked at this thing, and you're supposed to use it this way, but it turns out it doesn't work that way very well. And now I still haven't got a sifter. My wife doesn't want to use any of the kitchen sifters. I don't blame her. It would just end up being left out here and I'll just destroy it. I need to get the sifting before the dew dries up. So my potatoes are starting to bloom, which is kind of cool. They're blooming. They're doing good. My peas are doing well. They're climbing the trellis very well. They needed just a little bit of help. Once I put them inside the string, they started growing out instead of just sideways. But yeah, the peas are doing well. Like I said, they're starting to climb up the trellis on their own. The onions are doing just as well. Onions are doing how they're doing, I guess. I have no idea. We'll see when we pull the onions. Finally seeing, I think that's one of my Malabar spinach sprouted. It's growing. So far we have one, and oh, there's another one right there, right there. So I've got two so far sprouting, so I'm pretty sure there's more now. If I get those two, just if it's just those two that grow, and I'll have plenty because they grow very vigorously. I think they'll cover this entire fence right here. And it'll be great. I can't wait to actually taste what they taste like.
Huh? What are these?
Malabar spinach. It's like spinach, but not really spinach, but tastes like spinach. I don't know if you guys were paying attention to this little clip on my last video. This is a future project in the making. It's a wild grapevine that's growing underneath this maple tree. It wanted to climb up this maple tree. Probably will end up killing the maple tree if it ended up, you know, winding up there and just choking the tree out. That's what would have happened if you just let it go. But I'm redirecting this grapevine to grow up onto my chicken fence. Once it reaches up there, I'm gonna string wire from post to post across my chicken run and have this wild grape grow along the wires. Maybe in 2 years this might come true. It's just, you know, it's part of having fun with projects around the house, around your farm, and just using what nature's giving you. So hopefully this year it grows high enough to get to the top of my post, and next year I'll you know, string the wires from post to post across, and then just let it slowly creep along. Just having fun, future project. So as we're talking about projects, I do a lot of I try to make a lot of free plant projects. Like I'm making more lemon balm, so I can plant it around probably go around my chicken coop. Trying to propagate more thornless blackberries. Hey dogs, can you guys not make so much noise? So this is thornless blackberry. It's been in this jar of water for about a month now. It's just, my dogs are being crazy. It hasn't rooted, but it hasn't died. So I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting for it to see some roots and then pop it in the ground. This mulberry isn't doing too well right now because it's been windy for the last 2 days, and the other night I found this on the floor and I put it back in the thing. It's almost rooting. I don't know if that, when it got blown out, it might have killed it, but it's not quite dead yet. I'm trying to make more rosemary right there. It's starting to root right there, you see that? So yeah, I'm gonna plant that somewhere else so I got more rosemary. This is my grape. I took early cuttings off my grapes when they started growing, and put it in this plot of dirt, a little cup of dirt, and it's rooted, so, and it has a new growth, so it's time to put it in the dirt. And I'm thinking I'm gonna put it back on the other side of my backyard fence and let it grow up on the fence line there and have my grapes there. This is my other grape. It is also rooted, but there is no new buds coming out of this, so I don't know if that stem is just staying alive, but I'm waiting to see a bud form before I put it in the ground, because otherwise it's just gonna stay like this until winter and then just die. So these are all my tomato suckers. Just trying to make more tomato plants. Just having fun. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's starting to form roots. And the tomatoes only took like about a week before it started forming roots. I'm trying to get more black raspberries to grow on this fence line. But I made these transplants. I took them out of the woods and put them in here. All three of them, 1, 2, 3. But I did it on a pretty hot day, so they're struggling a little bit. I'm not sure if this one's gonna even make it at all. All the leaves have fallen off. That one, the leaves are staying green, so I'm gonna just leave that and hopefully something pops out. This one's doing all right. The leaves are nice and full, and it's starting to pop up new buds on the very top. So it's made it. So, but I'm gonna plant this grape right here. Hopefully it grows up that post, and then just kind of work its way down this fence line. I don't know how far I'm gonna let it grow, but the other grape grows, I'll put it on the other fence post, and I'll just let it grow to the next fence post, and then I'll just let it do its thing there. But for right now, I'm just gonna plant this one and wait till the other grape actually shows new growth. Otherwise, I'm not gonna plant it because it won't do anything. All right, so let's get to planting this one. And it's created a nice root system right down there. So hopefully it survives. Oop. Yeah, I don't want it to I don't want to cover up that new growth with any dirt. Let's get some water and water it. So as it progresses, I'll keep you guys in with updates on how it's doing. I'm hoping it grows at least a foot this year. If it grows, sets its root into the dirt, it'll survive the winter, and hopefully it comes back again next spring. So that's another project in the making. So this area right here is my secondary garden. Well, technically this will be my third garden where I grow things. Actually, not a garden. This is my back of the house, backyard, back porch right there. Last year I grew a couple tomatoes and a bunch of green onions here and beans. I did an experiment last year. I was trying to make a video about growing store-bought things. 3 different kind of beans, I bought from the store: white beans, black beans, and pinto beans. And I put it in the soil to see which one would grow. I lost all that footage in somewhere in between the transferring of memory of unloading pictures out of my computer, so I have space to do my work. And somewhere in that line I lost track of those clips. Basically the only thing that grew was the white beans, and it grew up this little trellis that I had, and it kind of took over this back area. But it looked real nice, and it was fun to kind of just come back here and just pick those beans off every once in a while. So yeah, I'm gonna there are a couple of actually suckers that are rooted pretty well, or it's forming a lot of roots right there. This one's formed a lot of roots, so I'm gonna plant this somewhere here. I don't know where, probably along the trellis. I don't know if I'm gonna do beans this year back here, but I gotta make room for my tomatoes. Ugh. That's my lemon balm. Bury it deep and then cover it back up. I'm gonna wait just a little longer though with the rest of them. I don't know why I always do this. I get so many plants this way, and I just end up kind of just planting random tomatoes everywhere. I'm gonna most likely plant them around my chicken coop, so I can give tomatoes to my chickens as it grows throughout the year. So that's another way of getting free food for your chickens. Well, I haven't quite figured out exactly what else to plant back here, but I got one green onion growing back here. I've got a bunch of green onions that I actually did harvest out of here before I made this bed. So when I use it, I'm probably just going to cut the root back off and just put it back in here and let it grow again. Alright, so I think that's going to be it for my video today. It's an update video. Things that my other garden grow. So, well, my name is Sang. This is Growing Little Country Homestead. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.